I mean, outside of California, being a beautiful state, when it comes to the mountains, variety of landscape, the scenery, the deserts. I mean, it's like I said, it's a beautiful state, but outside of that, I don't see myself moving there. I do think California is extremely overrated. I feel like motherfuckers overhype the state. Like I said, I'll visit Cali if I have the funds to. Like I can see myself going to places like San Francisco, Oakland. You know what I'm saying? San Diego, San Jose. Those areas. Maybe Los Angeles to some degree, but I think the state is overrated. It's expensive as fuck down there. Y'all niggas deal with wildfires out there. I mean, I'm not trying to say Florida is perfect. We definitely have the hurricanes and shit. We get a lot of jokes and memes when it comes to hurricanes, but at least with Florida, with our hurricanes, at least we have time to prep. We have time to plan, be prepared before it happens. If a wildfire was to take place in Cali, like you just better pray to God, nigga, cause once that shit happens, you're not even gonna have time to prepare. That shit's just gonna happen. Especially with the earthquakes too. Like, don't even start with the earthquakes that y'all be experiencing. And then y'all got the shit with the drought. Like, nah. Don't even get me started with the homeless crisis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's homeless crisis everywhere because unfortunately, the economy is fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is just in shambles. Like, life in general is just trash. But it's much worse in California. Like the homeless crisis, the laws there are very, very janky. Like, as far as gun laws, especially if you're a person that likes to own guns and defend yourself. It's very, very strict in California. It's more relaxed in Florida and Texas. I think they made Florida the open carry state now. So it's like, you feel me? Imagine if you know, somebody break into your home and you live in California, and let's say you don't have a permit to carry a gun, but you somehow have a gun. Somebody break into your house and try to do some shit to you and your family, and you defend yourself. In California, they can jail you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Florida and Texas, like I said, the gun laws here is more relaxed. The only thing that I could say about Cali as far as it having a slight edge over Florida, like I said, y'all have the mountains, y'all have different variety of landscape. Cali's a big state. Here in Florida, we do not have the mountains. Florida is very, very flat. I mean, like I said, we do have the most beaches than any state in the world. We have way better beaches than Cali. You know what I'm saying? Um, we have the most theme parks down here. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, my city, we have the most theme parks. When it comes to California, like I said, y'all have a different variety of landscape. From what I heard, the jobs down there, they pay more than here. You know what I'm saying? But and the weed out there is legal. But that's no here nor there. I mean, I'm not really into that shit. You know, that's what people want to do. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it hasn't been legal here in Florida. I think pretty soon they're gonna make it legal. Hopefully, in the future, they'll legalize it recreational. I know medical use. Florida weed is legal medical use in Florida. You have to get like a medical card to get permission to smoke marijuana and shit. But that's probably the only pros that California has over Florida. But outside of that, like, I prefer Florida over Cali. You know what I'm saying? I prefer Florida over Cali. Um and as far as the jobs too, a lot of people be like, well, the jobs they pay more and this and that. Yeah, that's cool. The jobs pay more, but it's like it's expensive to live in Cali. Like, the housing market in California, like, it's expensive. Like, you're gonna be paying more to like buy a what 1 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom apartment. Like, yeah, y'all get paid more, based on the jobs, but the living, bro, the living expenses is, yeah, you get paid more, but by the time you get paid, you're gonna be paying for rent, you're gonna be paying for this, utilities, like, there goes your paycheck. There goes half of your paycheck. So it's like, I mean, unfortunately that's happening everywhere. So, but nah, I prefer to be here. I prefer to be in Florida. You know what I'm saying? I like Florida, even though Florida does have its flaws. You know what I'm saying? That's a separate video I plan on doing in the future. I mean, there are some ideal places I could see myself moving to if I was to leave Florida, like, you know, Oregon, Washington, maybe states like Tennessee. I always wanted to go visit Tennessee. Hello, the Appalachian Mountains. You feel me? North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are some of the ideal places. Texas. I've been to Texas. I've been to Dallas, Texas. So those are like the ideal places. But yeah, outside of that, man, I prefer to be down here. And like I said, I'll visit Cali, but as far as moving, fuck no.